Picture this, brothers. She's texting, calling, maybe even storming your space. Her words sharp, her eyes searching, desperate for a reaction. Once you'd leap, argue, soothe, chase her chaos. Now, you ignore her, a wall of silence, and it's driving her wild. She feels it, deep, raw, undeniable, and you haven't said a word. Welcome to a Stoic journey into the power of your stillness, forged in the timeless fire of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. This isn't just a tactic, it's a revelation for every man tired of her games, her drama, her pull. Over 5 chapters, we'll unravel why your indifference cuts her deeper than any fight, how your absence becomes your throne, and why she's drawn to the man who won't bend. If you're ready to flip her script and claim your peace, hit that subscribe button now. Let's spread this Stoic truth to every brother out there. Like, share, and join me as we turn her noise into your strength. Your silence is your crown, wear it. Let's begin, brothers, with the first truth. Your silence stings her like a blade she can't dodge. She's used to your voice, your answers, your pleas, your heat in the fray. Now you ignore her, and it's a shockwave through her world. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. She thrives on your reaction, anger, guilt, anything to prove she still holds the reins. But when you give her nothing, no texts, no glances, just quiet, she's lost. That silence isn't empty, it's heavy, a weight she can't lift. She'll poke, prod, escalate. Why aren't you answering? Expecting you to crack. You don't. The Stoics knew this. What you withhold shapes the battlefield. She thought she'd dance through your life, pulling strings, but your stillness cuts them. Maybe she storms in, voice rising, or sends that late-night hey, each a hook for your soul. You let it drift, unanswered, and the sting deepens. She's not used to this, you unshaken, a mountain she can't move. It's not about spite, it's about sovereignty. The more you ignore her, the more she feels the void where you once stood. She'll mask it, I don't care, but her actions scream otherwise. That's the power. Your silence isn't weakness, it's a mirror reflecting her loss. She feels it, brothers, and you don't have to lift a finger. Subscribe if you're wielding this. Let's keep the fire alive. Now, brothers, let's see the ripple. The more you ignore her, the more her world shifts. She's built a stage. Drama, tears, little jabs, where you're the co-star, always ready with lines. But you've left the script blank, walked off, and her play's crumbling. Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You don't react, you retreat, and her ground trembles. She's used to your orbit, your energy feeding her chaos. Now that's gone, and she's adrift. Maybe she's louder at first, texts piling up, voice sharp, thinking noise will drag you back. It won't. The Stoics saw this. A man's absence rewrites the tale. Her world shifts because you're no longer her anchor, her echo. She might flaunt a new guy, post her freedom, but it's a hollow act. Her soul knows the stage is empty without you. The more you ignore her, the more she feels that tilt, that loss of control. She'll circle, just talk to me. But you're beyond her pull. It's not cruelty, it's clarity. She built a kingdom where you were the servant. Your silence crowns you king. That shift haunts her. Her world, once loud with your voice, now echoes with your absence. She feels it, brothers, deeper than she'll say. Like this, if you're shifting it, let's spread this strength. Here's the twist, brothers. The more you ignore her, the more she's drawn to the unseen. You're a shadow now, no calls, no fights, just a man she can't reach. That mystery pulls her like a tide she can't fight. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Your freedom, your silence, makes you a riddle she can't solve. She's used to knowing you, your moves, your heart, but now, you're a ghost, and it gnaws at her. Maybe she imagines you laughing, thriving, or just sitting still, untouched by her chaos. That unseen you, the one who won't bend, tugs at her soul. She'll test it. Are you okay? hoping for a crack, a glimpse. You give her none. The Stoics understood this. What's hidden grows heavy in the mind. The more you ignore her, the more she feels your pull, not because you chase, but because you don't. She might lash out, "You're cold." Or soften, "I miss you, but it's all the same." She's reaching for what she can't grasp. You're not a prize she can claim. You're a force she can't tame. That pull isn't your burden, it's her battle. She feels it, brothers, in every unanswered silence, every step you don't take. You're unseen, and that's your power. Subscribe if you're pulling it. Let's keep this Stoic flame roaring. Let's go deeper, brothers. The more you ignore her, the more she doubts herself. Your silence isn't just a wall. It's a mirror, reflecting her choices back. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." She estimated you'd always be there, her rock, her echo, ready to catch her fall. Now you're gone, and her certainty cracks. She wonders, did I misjudge him? Was he more than I saw? That doubt creeps in when you don't answer, don't chase, when you leave her noise unmet. She's used to bending you, shaping you with tears or taunts, but your stillness defies her. Maybe she replays that last fight, her exit, questioning if she tossed gold for dust. The Stoics knew this. A man's withdrawal forces truth. She might mask it, "I'm fine," but her mind spins. Why doesn't he care? Because you do, you care for you. The more you ignore her, the more she feels that doubt, that echo of her own misstep. She'll push, say something. But your silence answers, "I'm enough without you." That's the sting. She doubts her throne because you've claimed yours. Let her wrestle it, brothers. It's her soul, not yours. Like this, if you're reflecting it, let's spread this Stoic mirror. Finally, brothers, your strength becomes her mirror. The more you ignore her, the more she sees you, a man forged in silence, unshaken by her storms. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." You gave it to yourself, your peace, your rise, and she feels that reflection. She's losing ground because you've claimed yours, a Stoic king who doesn't bow. She thought you'd falter, beg, break, orbit her chaos. But you stood tall, and now she's staring at your steel. Maybe she texts, "You've changed," or sulks in silence, but it's the same. Your strength mirrors her weakness. She feels it, not your words, but your absence, your calm, your life beyond her pull. The Stoics built this. True power isn't loud, it's lived. You're not her servant anymore, you're her lesson, a man who thrives where she stumbles. She might rage, "You're heartless," or soften, "Come back," but your mirror stays clear, "I'm whole without you." The more you ignore her, the more she sees what she lost, not a shadow but a titan. That's your gift, brothers. Your strength reflects her cracks, not to wound, but to rise. She feels it, a truth she can't dodge. You don't need her eyes, you've got your own. Subscribe if you're mirroring it. We're building kings here. And there it is, brothers, your silence, her storm. 5 chapters deep, we've seen it. The sting of your quiet, her shifting world, the pull of your mystery, her doubt, your strength as her mirror. The more you ignore her, the more she feels it, a Stoic truth she can't escape. This isn't her game, it's your reign. If this sparked your soul, hit subscribe. Join the brotherhood spreading this wisdom. Share it with every man she tried to break. Like it to fuel the fire. You're not her echo, you're her reckoning, a king she can't sway. Let her feel the weight. Your peace is your power. Stay stoic, stay silent, and rise. Until next time, brothers, keep ignoring, keep thriving, your throne awaits.